Well, Captain Bubby here with you once again. It's been a while. So we're going to share a replay of a game that I had the other night in my Tier 7 British cruiser, the Belfast. This boat is rapidly becoming one of my favorite boats in the port. It has some tools on it and capabilities that just mesh with my playing style. It has one other thing going for it. I have a feel for how these shells fly and how to lead targets that I can't say I have in a lot of the other ships. Maybe the only other ship that feels as comfortable as this one does to me is the Orlan. It's almost instinctive sometimes. Now, I'm not a great shot, but I just feel much better shooting in this boat. But the tools that I'm talking about here are hydroacoustic search, smoke, and radar. Belfast does not have torpedoes, but admittedly it is a very nearly overpowered ship in the game, if used right. The other thing I had going for me the other night was I was just feeling good. I was paying attention to the map. I was relaxed. I had a sense of gameplay that some nights I just don't have. And when you feel like that, games tend to go really well. So we're cruising up toward A. You'll see that I've kind of slotted myself in the middle of this convoy of ships headed up that way. I've got a destroyer up ahead scouting for us. I've got a couple of cruisers each side, 3 cruisers, a battleship out there, another battleship trailing behind me. The view that you see here right now is the view that I actually have in game. So you'll see me target other ships, watch the shells fly in. You'll also see me looking around quite a bit, so the screen can get a bit jerky. I will shift this here in a second to smooth out some of the randomness, but I think it's interesting to watch from a viewer standpoint to see exactly what I'm seeing while I'm in the game. If I switch this view to the other mode right now, and I'm going to switch it right now, you'll see that I can move around and look around the ship, but you don't get a real good idea of what I'm shooting at. In this case, I'm shooting at the Indianapolis. I'm not going to land any shots. But you don't really get a sense of what I'm doing. I'm going to switch my view back again so that you can see I'm shooting at the Colorado. I'm going back and forth between following my shells in, zooming back out to look around a little bit, keep track of my surroundings, make sure I'm not going to run into an island. Right now the game is tied. We're about to capture A. There it is. That will help us start accumulating some points. But C is being contested pretty heavily. We've only got one destroyer down there and a cruiser who just died. Königsberg we just lost. And so that destroyer down there is in a bit of trouble. Meta on these maps quite often is for one team to go to A, one team to go to C, and then when those zones are captured, both teams head toward the middle to fight it out. And the team that really coordinates their play better will usually win. In this case, the majority of our team did go up to A, but the red team split. And that's going to be their downfall here. Because they're not going to have the forces up here in the northwest to really control us. still behind, however. And even with that kill, we're still behind. Shooting, that was a AP salvo, and I get my first kill. The technique with the Belfast is to slow yourself down, get in a position where friendlies are spotting targets, pop your smoke, sit there, and just wail away. The key is slowing down, because if you're running too fast, you only get a couple of puffs of smoke. You can easily skate right out of it, and then you're exposed and quite vulnerable. Now that little circle with the 1 in it by the detected indicator is a relatively new captain skill that came out with the 6.0 patch. And what that's telling me is that I'm not only detected, but it tells me how many enemy ships have me targeted and could potentially be shooting at me. It's a super skill, and also a great reminder when you see those numbers up there start to climb that you had better be altering your speed and changing your course to throw their aim off. We're still almost 100 points behind, but I think that's going to flop here quite suddenly, fairly soon. Now, watch this Colorado. He has 21,000, almost 22, 18,000 when I first start shooting at him. And with this inertial fuse, armor-piercing, high-explosive shells I'm firing, I'm getting penetration 2,000-3,000 hit points of damage every salvo. There's 2,400. He's down to 11,000. There's 1,800. $26, $32, $3,800, almost 4,000. He's down to 6,000. He's down to 3,000. That wasn't a very good salvo. Now, granted, some of my teammates are helping me here, but 1,600 along with the fire, he's gone. You couldn't do that with just high explosive alone. You have to get some fires. Now, I do have 7 fires. But with 152 millimeter shells that I'm firing, they will penetrate 25 millimeters of armor, regardless of the angle they hit. And so at 2, 3, sometimes 4,000 points of damage per salvo, it becomes a very effective weapon. I'm overshooting this guy. I could have possibly gotten him, but he was coming toward me and I didn't take that into account quite enough. So we've taken the lead now. I've already got 94 shell hits. But we're down a capture zone. They've got C and B. And we're down a ship. Took a nasty hit right there. That Graf Spee. Now I'm being targeted by 2 ships, now 1. The Graf Spee was the other. He lost sight of me when I went behind the island. There's a fire. Battleship being whittled away. 1,700. 1,000. He's gone. My 3rd kill. Battleships are getting to the point where they really hate to see a Belfast. So now we're ahead a ship and we're up on points. 6 ships to 5.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Still have a Gnevny destroyer. And we have a Nicholas. Fiji. Tier 7, also a British cruiser, very similar to the Belfast. Is also turning out to be a very powerful ship in ranked battles this season. And is a dangerous ship to go against. The Fiji, I believe, has a heel. I don't have a heel. I have to confess, I don't know all the specs on the Fiji because I don't have one. I was kind of hoping I'd get a shot at him. The Nicholas got him. Still a thin lead. We do have 2 capture zones now. Start working on this Leander. Leander again, another British ship. Tier 6. He's not the one looking at me. I can see the way his guns are facing. He has me detected. Right now, nobody has me targeted. There's my Confederate. Or high caliber, I'm sorry. Confederate. And my 4th kill. There's a little bit of salt in chat. Pretty typical. So we have a Bayern, Graf Spee, and a Gnevny. So a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer to get rid of here. Have a nice points lead. I'm up to 71,000 damage and 4 kills. So I'm looking for a Kraken. I'm looking for the win and a really nice payday. But these games are never over till they're over. Some very strange things will happen from time to time. And we'll see. What I'm thinking here right now is I've got this Gneisenau ahead of me. And I'd like to catch up to him and let him spot those targets for me to slow down and shoot from smoke. My smoke is ready, my hydroacoustic is ready. I have one smoke left. This is not Carnival Cruise Ship Simulator 2017. That had to be the favorite comment of the night. And I have 3 radars.
Our victory is in sight.
So that's my plan anyway. I want to round the head of this island, make sure those targets are all smoked up, they're well within my range, get myself smoked up and just start whaling away. So I've got all 3 of them pretty much located here. Bayern and the Graf Spee use an island very, very effectively. So I'm not going to slow down. Just keep on going. I'm thinking, well, they're taking B. And I'm thinking, are they going to pop out on the left side of this island here? But the destroyer is now capturing A. And he's got to be my focus, and he's made a huge mistake. He should have ducked behind the island and stayed back there. He's at 9.5, 9.4. I popped my smoke. You can't even see me now.
Smoke screen set.
And at 8.5 kilometers, even if he had smoke right now, which he's not using, I would pop my radar and kill him anyway, and that's my Kraken. And chat is saying, DD, you know he has radar, right? Well, you can see over there where he died, he didn't even use radar. Or he didn't use smoke, rather. I didn't need my radar. 1 ship left to kill. I don't think I'm even going to get a chance to see this Bayern. This is not a fair fight. Bayern's tier 6, Gneisenau is tier 7. Gneisenau has health pool. Actually, he's lost his health pool. 30,000, 34,000. But the Gneisenau has torpedoes. The Bayern doesn't. And that ends the game. So we're going to take a look at the results. And I confess, I scrolled through this personal score screen way too fast. And that explains why my red ribbon for the Kraken shows up. But I made a nice payday, almost 370,000. And completed a few missions, along with the Confederate and the Kraken medals, which give me a few nice flags. Came in 3rd in the team, behind the Pensacola and the Gneisenau. Yeah, and I think I pick up another bonus as well for scoring in the top 5 on the team. All in all, a nice little battle. Take a quick look at the detail panel here. I can see the ships that I sunk and the damage that I did to a few of them. Again, I didn't scroll through this at the time. I'm doing this as a post-battle commentary. I'm patching it into the video. And then finally, we'll look at our credits and XP. 5,900 for my ship and over 7,000 to the commander. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's Captain Bubby saying, till we see each other again in the open water, keep your life jacket handy. We're out of here. Take care.